show you how to do this the right way. This is 1/2 in 13 millimeters. You use this tool, and I would recommend this company. All right, that's what I would do. What we're trying to remove today has a lot of little nails in it. As you can see, it can be very dangerous or painful if not done the right way. Okay, here we go, y'all. This is what we're dealing with right here. Okay? We're dealing with this. This is what was here before. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do this the right way. Set this camera up here. Hopefully you can still see. Helping a family member out. See? Now, depending on if it gives you a hard time, you can do it this way when you get it started to lift up, but I would suggest turning it around this way and then start tapping it. The reason for that, if this is facing this way and you keep trying to pry that piece up, this can actually dig into the wood floor. So you really don't want to do that. So you can start getting it loose facing this way, as you can see how it is. But once you have it to lift up a little bit, I would turn it this way and start tapping it so it doesn't dig into the floor. Okay? So I got this to come up a little bit. I'm going to go back to turning it this way, putting it under here, and tap it. Holding the camera at the same time so you can get a good view. And as you can see, it's coming up. And once again, look at all the nails that's in there. You have to be very, very, very careful you don't stick yourself. And I just throw it off to the side for right now. Okay? And you'll go again. For those of you who just signed on, there's a right way and a wrong way. And getting these pieces that were supporting the rug, holding the rug down. Okay? I use this right here. It's 1/2 by 33 millimeters. And this is the company, DeWalt. Okay, when I first start tapping it, I can have this facing this way. And as I keep tapping it, if I don't be careful, it can start digging into the floor. So I'll turn it this way and tap it, because you don't want to damage the floor. Okay? So you first want to get it to loose and come up a little bit, have it facing this way. When it starts to loosen up, I would turn it this way and start tapping it, so you won't do damage to the floor. Okay? A lot of people will use a screwdriver or something like that. It's going to take you all day. This tool is a little sharp, and it's made for multiple situations. Okay, so this is the right way, and it's a safe way because this is pretty long. Okay, so your fingers are out of the way of of getting damaged. I don't know if you play the piano or something like that, because I do, and I don't want to damage my hands at all. So you would start off putting this way. Find a spot that you can probably stick it underneath. I'm gonna try to hold the phone and tap it the same way, try to get it to come up. Let's see what I can do here. Okay. I got it to come up. I can lift it up. Sometimes it'll just come up. I don't have to turn it around. And there you go. Again, all of these nails are very, very, very sharp. And you don't want to find yourself in a situation where, you've damaged your fingers or damaged the floor, and then you have to use some kind of wood glue, and it may not look nice at all, okay? And you can see what I'm dealing with here. Okay, I got the rug up. I still got some pieces that want to stay, but when I get finished with this, trust me, this is going to look nice. Welcome, everyone. Welcome for stopping by. This is some tips and tricks in how to remove the wood that holds your rug down. Safe and effective. Okay? So, it could save you some money in the long run. Without a doubt, it could definitely save you some money. If you're about saving money, you can have somebody come in and do it, or you can lay down these pieces yourself. I'm just going to take up this rug all together, paint this up nice, and my cousin would love it. It's about helping family members out, without a doubt. So that's how you do it. Thank you, everyone. Stick by, watch the entire video. Hang in there with me while you learn something. Tell your friends to come and sign on. Check it out. I'm gonna go over here in the corner now and deal with the same thing. Okay? Try to tap this. Get this here. Coming up. Here we go. There we go. Look at that. Can't give you a hard time with this particular tool. With this tool, there's no way it can give you a hard time. It has to come up. Here we go. And I'll get the corn over here. Coming up. Hello, everybody. Thank you for signing in. Giving you some tips and tricks that if you have a rug that you want to get these pieces up, there's a right and a wrong tool. If you're looking for safety, you've come to the right place. Okay? This tool right here, I'll show it to you. For those of you who didn't see it, let me get a good view angle of it. It's 1.5 by 13 millimeters. And the company, you can use any company, but this is the company I use. It's a good solid grip handle. It's, probably stainless steel. It's not cheap because you don't want to be hammering and something breaks or splinters off, hit you in the face, or bends, or then you have to go buy another one. You might as well buy it right the first time. Now, What I said earlier is, you see how it's angled? When you're first getting it to come up, these wood pieces to come up, I would face it this way. When it starts to loosen up, I would turn it this way. The reason for that is you don't want to dig into your floor. If this is facing this way and then you have to lift it, pry it up, you might damage the floor. So I would turn it around this way, okay? After it starts to get loose, then pry it up a little bit, and it should come up without a problem. So I'm gonna move along. I still got a couple of pieces here. So I have to put this here to see. Here we go. And I turned it around, and I'm gonna start prying it up. And there goes another piece that had to let go. But look at all of those nails. Can you imagine if you're using a screwdriver or the wrong tool and it decides to pop up, hit you in the fingers? Now, these have been in the floor for a long time. So if they happen to poke you in the finger, you can probably get, a serious infection. So I would say, use the right tool. This tool is long enough. My hand is out of the way. It has two sides to it. So this is very effective. I'm very happy with this tool. When you are trying to do something like this, that your fingers are going to be pretty close to what you're working on, don't get a cheap tool. I'd spend a little bit extra money to be safe than to get something cheap. And I may want to use it again, and if it's cheap, you may not be able to use it again. Okay? Just move right along. Let's keep getting this up. It's amazing I'm able to hold the phone and do it at the same time, I'm happy I'm able to do that without a doubt. Here we go. Look at that. And if you put it in between where you may see where it was nailed in at, like a nail is here, maybe it's about 1 inch apart when they put the next nail, but I got a whole big giant piece, look at that came up. And that just gets me further or closer to getting this thing done. And I left a little bit in the corner, but I'll come back to that. I'm trying to get these big pieces up to get this thing rolling, okay? But there goes another piece down, okay? I'll move along over to here. Now, there may be some nails I'm gonna have to use pliers or screwdriver to get these nails where they nail. Okay, so let's hit it again. And let's lift it up. Here we go, and right here. Welcome everybody. I appreciate you stopping by. This is a tip and trick. You can save money. You can help out a family member who might want to do this. Instead of you saying you don't know, you can go to Home Depot or whatever place you want and pick up that tool that I'm using. And you can give them a hand and, together you can save some money. Look at all the nails that are in this particular piece here. I don't know why they put so many nails there, but, I got it up with very little effort. Okay, so I'll throw this over with the rest of it. Boom. Okay, and let's see what's here. This is pieces up. This is still holding on. Let's go over here. Please also like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate it. And please share this tip with everybody. Okay, it's always good to give somebody a hand and help them understand something that they can do. So you could be a handy man or woman overnight by this particular tip. Here we go, look at that. Now, like I said, there's a few okay, I had a little technical thing here going on, but we're back. I said there's some nails, like one here, one here. They put nails all over the place, different places. So I'd say one of the best things is take a tool like this, slide it along the edge, and that way you can tell if you're running into any nails. Okay? Let's go over here. Get those pieces out the way. Right? Now let's deal with this piece right here. It's nothing much holding that. I got that piece up out of the way. Okay, put this over here for now. Now I'm gonna go over here and go back to where I have to get these pieces up. Okay, tap it and lift it up. Another spot, tap it and lift it up. There you go. It's coming up. Here we go. Sometimes it's going to give you a hard time, but it's coming up. There we go. All right, y'all. Hang on in there. Welcome everyone. Thank you for stopping by. A tip and tricks and how to remove this wood molding when you have a rub down using the right tool. Safety tips. Okay, this piece, for those of you who may not have known or heard when I said it, this is 1/2 by 13 millimeters. You can look at the front of it and see it shaped like this. You can tap it this way. When it starts to loosen up, you can turn it around this way. The reason for that is if you turn it this way, you won't dig into the floor. You don't want to damage your wood floor. So when you're first trying to get it loose, I would say face it this way. And you can see at the end, it has metal. So you're not dealing with a cheap tool that's going to split when you hit it with the hammer and pieces fly all over the place. This is a very well-made tool. This is a company that makes it. You can go with any company that you like, but I'm saying it's sturdy. It holds in your hand well. It's stainless steel. I think it's just a great tool. When you're talking about safety, you can't get something cheap that may splinter, split, bend, whatever the case may be. So I'm dealing with this right here, and I like this right here, without a doubt. And when I get finished with this closet here, trust me, it's going to be nice, You might even be able to put a bed in it. It might be that comfortable, but we'll cross that road when we get there. See what happens. So, thank you all for tuning in, and let's keep on working on this. All right, here we go. All right. And I'll hit it in this spot. There we go, look at that. It's coming up. I might be able to get a real big piece to come up this time. When you have the right tool, you say a lot of time. A lot of time when you save the right tool. Look at this. See all these nails that's in here that was holding the rug down? If you don't use the right tool, these nails can hit you any kind of way. So that's another piece knocked out. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shelf out if I can. Took that shelf out so I can get over here on the other side and get to the rest of it, all right? Without a doubt. Okay, let's move on over here, all right? Let's move on over here to this piece, see what happens, okay? Move on over here, all right? All right, and let's start working on this. All right, let's start working on this. Okay, all right, and I find another spot where there was a nail. Hopefully, I'll get more of it to come up. All right. I'll move on over to here. I see another spot. Let's see. Let's try right here. All right? And work on that. Here we go, coming. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see how much of this we got to come up. Look at this. A big giant piece came out this time. Look at that. Look at how long that piece is. It came out. If we do it the right way, that's fantastic. Got a whole piece of that mold that come up. Big giant piece. As you can see, come around here. As you can see, I've been getting busy. All right? Come back around here. Okay. Whew. I'm knocking this out. I just have a little piece right there. Get that piece. When I get finished painting up in here and getting all these pieces up, like I said, you might even be able to put a bed in here. But if you want to sleep in here, that's up to you. I don't sleep in no closet, I can tell you that. All right, everyone, let's keep it moving. Hang in there with me, without a doubt. we go. Another piece let go. There we go. Whew. This is a lot of work, a lot of bending over. As you can see, it's a wreck. But when I get finished with it, trust me, this is gonna look nice. Yes, indeed. Over here in Greensboro. Let's keep it moving. There we go. Another piece is up. Now, this whole section here is all up. The only thing is, like I said, there's little nails that are about 1 inch apart that you have to get pliers and pull them up. I got this little section over here that I'm gonna have to get up. With this tool, I'm telling you, you can't beat it. It comes up real easy when you use the right tool. I've seen people use screwdrivers and it'll take you all day because it'll splinter in different spots and you'll have a million little pieces to deal with. So, that's how you do it. And watch. And it came up. Another piece down. It left a little bit behind, but it's easy to get to. Matter of fact, it just comes right off. Move along to here. The good thing about this tool is it's flat enough that it gets, because this is flat, it's able to get right up underneath it, man. You know, right up underneath. You know, stay even with the floor, and when you hit it, it gets right up underneath it. When it hits to this point here, that's what I said, I flip it around so it doesn't dig into the floor. Okay? That piece, this piece right here put up a fight. As you can see, somebody put an extra long nail in there. That's why it was so hard to come up. But got that to come up. And another piece over here. When I get finished with this and clean this floor, I'm gonna probably do a part 2 to this. So you see how it looks now, and you see it as I'm working on it. But I have to get all these pieces up, and I don't know if I'll pull up all the little nails now that are along the edge, but I definitely want to get up all of this molding for sure, because I don't want to deal with this another day. So I'm gonna get this all up right now. Hang in there with me. Learn how to do this yourself. If you had to help a family member, or if you had to lay down these strips, okay, you would put the nails facing up, and you'd probably put a regular nail about an inch or 2 or 3 inches apart, going to the next part just to get it down and put it up against here. Then you put your padding, and then you would put your rug on top of it. Rug installation can be very expensive, but as you see how I'm taking it up, you put it down the same way. These nails, these little nails will be facing straight up, where the padding goes on top of this, and in between here, you'd put regular nails into the wood up against the corners, all the way down. And then you put your padding on top of it, just tap your padding on top of it, and put your rug on top of it, and that rug is not going to go anywhere. Okay? So, but this is safety. Right now, we're dealing with safety, okay? And that's very important. Your fingers are out of the way. This tool is long enough to keep your fingers out of the way. You have a good grip on this right here, and you have this metal in the back that you can tap. Some of them are hard plastic or even wood, and I just rather deal with this kind of a tap where you don't have to go crazy hitting it and you still get the piece to come up. So that's very important. So I'll go again right here. All right, tap it. And just crack it a little bit, see if it's on its way coming up. And tap it again here. Somebody's still hanging in there with me. Welcome, somebody else just came on. And tap it a few times here. And as you can see, it's coming up. And my fingers are out of the way. Got that piece. It left a little piece behind. But let's see. Here we go. It came up. And that's a great thing. I have just a little bit more over here. Let's see. Might be kind of hard to hold the phone and tap it because it's kind of in a weird place, but I'll see if I can still hold the phone and tap it. You get it to come up. It's coming. Got to be very careful because these pieces right here, it's a little old and a little rotten, and it can easily splint. That means when you tap it, it can break off and fly anywhere. So I'd say be extra, extra, extra careful, without a doubt. You don't want any of these things to pop off and hit you in the face. I'd say if you want to be even more safe, I would say wear goggles, without a doubt. But sometimes can't really see as clear out of some of those goggles. So, but I would recommend, if this is your first time doing it and you're afraid that something could splinter, especially when you're dealing with an old piece like this, I would say definitely, at least when you get to something like this, I would say wear goggles or your regular glasses, something that you can make sure that it doesn't splint and go on your face, without a doubt. So let's keep moving right along. Thank you. Another person just joined, and I have a Cash App. If you would like to contribute to the site, because I do a lot of educational tutorials, and I have to travel different places and explain things to different people. And if you can do anything on that, I'd appreciate that as well. Anyone that wants to contribute to the Cash App, to the site, please feel free to join and help out. And if there's any tips and tricks that you need on something, whether it's software issues or whatever the case may be, I'm very versed in that. So I can save you money still in the long run on so many different things. So I appreciate anything that you can do, without a doubt. And it's coming up, but you can see these pieces behind here are very old. Very old. But they're coming up. Somebody's watching, been hanging in there for a long time. I wonder who that is. It must be somebody I know. It has to be. If it is, say something in the comments. I appreciate it. And here we go. I'm trying to tap this piece in the corner. I'm giving this one a little bit more of a hit. Let's see if it's going to go further down and it decide to let go. Look at that. I got him. Came up. Without a doubt. And I got some pieces over here I didn't get to. But it's coming together. Man, let's get these last few pieces if I can. Might be kind of hard to hold the camera and get them. But I'll see. Let's see what happens. That piece is a little stubborn. Let's see. There we go. I'm telling you, when I get finished with this, you're going to think you're at the, not the Holiday Inn, but I don't know, one of the most fanciest hotels. You're probably going to think this is a room. A room you can sleep in. But like I said, there's no windows, so I wouldn't recommend sleeping in the closet. Unless you're in the witness protection program or something. And you're just hiding. Man, let's go. Let's see what can happen. See if I can get these pieces to come up. Pieces that's in the corner. They're giving me a hard time. Still here. I lost connection for a second. I'm glad you guys are still here. want to save some money in putting down a rug or taking up a rug, if you don't want a rug anymore and you want to take these pieces up, or you can replace them. You can replace these pieces, but I wouldn't suggest, if you're putting down a new rug, I wouldn't suggest necessarily leaving these old strips down here. I would put new strips, without a doubt. And how you put down new strips is you can buy them from the store. They already have nails in them. And then you put a nail in about 3-4 feet apart, one here, as you nail it into the floor. Make sure that this edge here, I'll show you, is right up against the corner, right here. So when you lay down your rug is going to lay down flat and stay stuck in the corner. These pieces here have random nails, and you'd put your padding on top of this, and then you'd put your padding on top of this, and then you would put your rug on top of this. And these nails are out of the way because everything's stuck in the corner. You have your padding, and then you have your rug. So make sure that, don't think that you're saving any money by not putting down the padding. I'll show you what the padding looks like. Okay. The padding looks like this. You'd put your padding down, and then you put down your rug. Some people try to save money by just putting down the rug. I wouldn't do that. Especially with them nails in the corner, if you have kids or an animal that might decide to sit in the corner somewhere, and who knows, maybe those nails may get them. So I would definitely put down that padding. If you want to do it, let's do it the right way. Don't try to save money and cut corners. And, maybe the rug shifts. You decide to put a chest of drawers somewhere in the corner somewhere, and then all of a sudden it decides to move because you didn't tack it down properly. So rug installation is extremely expensive. But with this tip and trick, call it a hack, whatever you may like, but you can definitely save money by watching this video. Okay? This is taking up the rug because we're not going to have any rug in here at all. If I decide to put a rug in here, if my cousin wants to do that, then and this is how it's got to be done. Okay? It's as simple as that. And it's about saving money. It's about teaching you, and you can show this video to someone else who may be thinking about buying a rug and calling up the place where they want to get the rug, and they charge you $300 or $400 to install it. This is going to save you money, without a doubt. That's why I say to everyone, if you want to, if you hit my Cash App, I appreciate it. If you can't, it's still okay. It doesn't matter, But any help would be great, because the simple fact is, I said, I do tutorials. I do piano tutorials. I do software tutorials. I do program web development. So many different areas that it takes a lot of time to put these videos together. And like I said, if someone can contribute like I see them do on other YouTube sites. So if you can, I definitely appreciate anything that you can do. So back to knocking this out. Let's go back to, I think I got a few more pieces in the corner over here. Okay, let's see if I can hit this and get this up. Let's see. coming, but it's giving me a hard time. See how this piece is? This piece is kind of rotten. So I don't know how long it's been over. That's why it's giving me a hard time. But I got it up. Is any more in here? Nope. That's it, I think. Let me just take this and run this along the edge. See, there's a big nail right here. That was one of the reasons. Let's see if I can get that out with this hammer. So get in here. Yep. I got it. See that big nail? Got it to come out. And I got that out. Man, there's nails all over here though. Staples. When they stapled it. You can put staples in the foam in certain areas if you wanted to stay to the floor a little closer. You put nails along the edge, but you can put staples randomly if you want that cushion to stay wherever you in the designated area and not move around. You don't have to get crazy with the staples, but I would definitely put some down. Yeah, that's how it's done. I have one more section, okay, that I wanna attend to. So I'm gonna hit the. Let's see. I hit the biggest piece. Now let's see. It's amazing that I'm able to hold the phone and do it too. You know, be able to get this done. Let's see. Got that up. Got one piece over here. Let's see. That came up. I'm wearing a mask, y'all, because who knows what kind of allergens could be over here. You never know. You never know what could be here. But you know what? I'm going to get my broom and get some of this up. Let's do that. Hold on tight, y'all. Okay. Look. might as well clean it up while I move along with this. Some of these pieces right here are very sharp. So I'm able to sweep them up and get them in the garbage right now. You should use gloves to pick up these pieces that have nails, but I'm just going to be extra careful. That piece is long. I don't want to put these long pieces in the garbage. Okay. I'm using a heavy duty construction bag, garbage bag, because those cheap ones just are no good. Okay. I'll pick up the most biggest pieces, get them in there. Okay. Hope you can still see. And it's always good to sweep up as you're working to eliminate yourself from getting hurt by a nail or whatever it may be. As you can see, these pieces here that are not coming up okay. Now, these little pieces here that are not coming out, they have nails or staples that's stopping them from coming up. So, but like I said, I'll use a pliers or whatever the case may be. I'm going to do a part 2 to this so you can see how this whole thing is coming together and how it's going to look when it's done, without a doubt. So a few more minutes here, and I'll get a few more pieces up that I have only in the corner over here. And let's see. As you can see, finally got it to come up. Real stubborn piece. One little piece here to get up. There we go. Okay. Woo. What a job. Well, I'm gonna end this live right here, and I'm gonna probably pull up the little pieces another time. Actually, I probably will clean the walls and paint in here and deal with the floor later. You know, there's a product that I use here. If there's any holes that I need to fill, I hope it didn't dry out because it looked like one part of it I didn't tap it down. But anyway, this is one of the products I use. If there happen to be any holes, like I think I see a little hole under here. Somebody was screwing something in, left a hole or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna fill that in, clean up the walls a little bit and the floor and paint, but I'm gonna deal with the floor another time. I just want to get most of those pieces up. And then I use this joint compound to fill in some holes and some gaps. And this should be nice when I get finished with it. But most of the hard work is done. I needed to get those pieces up. And like I said, if they're done with the wrong tool, it'll take you all day. This tool again is 1.5 by 13 millimeters. The company is here. It's DEWALT, DeWalt. You can use any company that you want, but it's good for getting something like this up, or something that happens to be stubborn for whatever reason. It's shaped like this on one end, and when you turn it over, it's like this. This flat part goes up against the floor, but like I said, when you lift up to try to get something like this up, you can dig into the floor. So I usually turn it around this way. It makes a little bit of a difference, not a lot, but it helps. Just when you start to get the piece, starts to get loose, I wouldn't keep tapping it because you couldn't dig into the floor. I would just start working it like this, just to get the piece to come up and just minimize your damage to the floor. And that's how you got to roll. But remember, safety is number one. Don't get a cheap tool that's going to bend, splint, or and then it just has a metal tap at the end. Some of the companies make it wood, some of it's a hard plastic, and they can actually splint and hit you in the face. If you're new doing this, I would suggest wearing goggles. Without a doubt. So thank you all for stopping by. Tips and tricks. You see, I got a real good hammer. I don't fool around. I don't get no garbage hammer. Okay, this is a real serious hammer. I think it was probably, I don't know, it could have been $30, but at least I don't have to worry about the handle flying off. This thing is made. This is seriously made. Okay, without a doubt. What else is happening? It says 16 Stanley 16 OZ stainless steel. This is the real deal. And the tool here. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by, and I hope you learned something. I'm sure you did. And if you have a family member that's putting a rug down, you can save them a couple of $100, $300 or $400 without a doubt in installation. Remember, when you're installing these pieces and they're brand new, just make sure this piece here is flush up against the edge. Flush up against the edge of your wall with the random nails that are here sticking up. In between each part, you would put a nail, a big nail, like this size nail that goes into the floor with the random pieces sticking up. After that, you put padding on top of these pieces and you just kind of lightly push them down. When you get in the middle of the floor, you can start using staples and staple the padding right here. You can staple the padding in different areas of the floor so it doesn't move. Okay, and it stays down the way you want. And then you put your rug on top of that and lightly tap your rug in the corner where you have the nails popping up, right? And it should be secure after that. That rug is not going anywhere. And it'll be safe because you put down your padding. So if you have an animal, a dog, a cat, lays down in the corner, those nails are not gonna reach him. Okay, you're gonna be safe. Everybody's gonna be safe. Safety is number one. I thank you all for stopping by, and please don't hesitate to share this video so others can learn something from it. And remember to like and subscribe. Thank you once again for stopping by.